Hey everyone, in this video we will talk about the model view in Power BI. So I'll take you through what we are talking about, and then I'll give you a demo as well as we go along. So essentially Power BI has three views on the Power BI. So one, you've got the report view where you can see the reports you have created, then you can look at the data, and then there is the model view where you can model the data. So in the model view, there's a lot of options available. So how do you get to the model view is the first thing. So you click on the left hand side. The third icon is the model view, and you can see the model here. So that's pretty much the model view, and it has multiple options. So let's just move along this and see what are the options available to us. So one is that you have the option to make a table visible or invisible in the report view. So let's say there are certain tables you don't want those tables to be available to the end user in the reporting pane. So you can hide those by clicking on this eye icon. So you can see there's an eye icon here, then there's an eye icon for dim product. So it exists for all the tables. So if I go back, you can see the icon everywhere. So yes, you are able to do that. And then the second thing is the relationship. So you can see in the model view the tables are defined, their relationships. So for the sake of example, let's say take the relationship between fact, internet sales, and dim product. So if you look at the direction of the relationship, which means that if you can filter the data from this direction onwards, so you can select a specific product and that would filter the data. And then it tells you what's on the many side of the relationship. So you can see it's one, and this one's many side. So you can see the star. So this is what green dot is hiding. It's a star, so it says it's many. And this one, so what does it mean? It means for every row in the fact, internet sales, there's one record in dim product, but there could be one product which could have multiple records in the fact, internet sales table. So it's a one-to-many relationship. So this and then this arrow shows you the relationship direction. Let's move on to the next one. So essentially the model view explained. So let me go back. If you right click on this relationship and click properties, it should open this view edit relationships option, and you can see so dim product subcategory and dim product category. In this case, it says they're linked on product category key. That's the linking key between them, or the linking column between them. And then this one's the one table in the relationship, dim product category is the other table. It's a many to one relationship. So it's because it's multiple subcategories could belong to one product category. So this is saying many to one, which makes sense. And then it's filter direction. So it's a single direction, like we were talking about the filter direction earlier. So this is that one. And then we'll come and talk. So there's in this model view, you can also look at the data pane. So you can see all the tables that are available in this Power BI file. So this is the data pane. And then you've got the properties pane as well. So that's available. And then it gives you information about the table. You can add the description. You can add synonyms. You can add, so you can select a label. And then you can hide some columns. You can hide a table. And then there are advanced options, so you can explore these further. And then like once we were on the properties pane, we'll move on to the next one. So the model view explained. So let's say I click on in my Power BI desktop on the left hand side, I click on the model view, and then I go on the home tab. So what are the options? So there are options for me to get the data. I can get data from multiple sources, from Excel, from Data Hub, from SQL Server, Dataverse, and then there are recent resources you could have used. Transform data basically is like it will open the Power Query editor for you, where you can build logic to import data sets. You can use Python, you can use R, and you can use the mQuery language. So that's pretty much it. Then you can create new measures and new columns. So you can use DAX to create a new measure. You can use DAX to create a new column. You can also create a new table here. Then the next one is on this home tab, you can see manage. So you can manage the security, like who gets to access what data, who gets to see what columns. You can manage that here. Then the next one is the Q&A option. So you can type in questions in English language and you get an answer. And then the last one is publish to Power BI service. So let's say you're happy with whatever you've created and you want to push it out. So this is where this button is useful. So I think that's pretty much it. Now I'm going to just escape out of this and we'll open this. So we'll just go through this step by step. So I've got this Power BI file open, and I'm on the home tab. So I was talking about these three views. So I've got the report view, I've got the data view, and then I've got the model view. So this is the model view for me. Now let's say I want to make fact internet sales not available in, so let's go back to the report view, and you can see fact internet sales table. But let's say I don't want this table to be available. So I could just go here and click this icon, and it's saying that this is not going to be available in the report view. So if I go to the report view now, you can see that the fact internet sales table is not available. So that's what this one will do for us, pretty much. And then we were looking at the relationship. So this was the cardinality many side. This is the one side. You can also see the direction, so it will filter in this direction. So you can use a product size or some other field here and filter the data into the fact internet sales. You can also use bidirectional relationship. So let's open this, like I was talking to you about, and I click properties. And the moment I click properties, it shows this. These are the two tables in this. They're joined on the base of product key. There's a many-to-one relationship. You can make it single or both, and then whether it is an active relationship or not. So this becomes relevant if, so in fact, internet sales table is related to dim date, and you can only see one relationship which is active. Other relationships are inactive. So you can quickly click through that and see it's not the active relationship. This is the active relationship. So order date to the date key, and then I think this one is ship date. So ship date is not an active relationship. And similarly, what relationship is this? Let's have a look. So due date, so that's also not an active relationship. So you can pretty much model data. You can add more relationships as well. So that's pretty much it. And then you've got the data tab, so you can see all the tables that are available. You can still do the hide. You can also look at options available in the table, which you can also access by going and clicking on three dots here. Hide and report view, delete from model, select columns, manage aggregation, incremental refresh. How do you set it up? How do you manage how to refresh the data? So on. So these options available. And then we've got the properties for a particular table. So you can see dim product category. Let's say I change and select fact internet sales. So it's giving me that I can add a description for this table. I can add synonyms. It's my sales data. Then I can say I can give row labels. I can have key columns. I can make the table hidden. I can also make specific columns hidden. It's a feature table or not. So I can select that option, and then it gives me the storage mode options that are available with this specific table. So these are the properties pane in the model view. Then on the home tab you can see there are multiple options to get data. So you can see there it's got multiple options. I can get data from the data hub, I can get it from SQL Server, Dataverse, and then all the recent resources I could have used potentially. This one, if I click on transform data and click transform data, it will open the Power Query editor for me. So I'll just quickly bring it to this side. You can see it's opened the Power Query editor for me. I'll cancel out of it because we are not discussing it. I can refresh the data that's coming in, so I'll go and refresh the data set available in the Power BI service. I can manage relationships from here as well. So like we were talking about the relationships, you can also manage relationships from here. So it'll show us all the relationship between all the tables as well. It says which is the active and which is not. I can detect, I can delete it. I can also detect relationship. So auto detect means if there's a new table and it's for some reason the relationship is not defined, you can click auto detect and it might just give you a relationship. Then you can create measures, you can create new columns, you can create a table. You can set up securities here, as you can see. And then you've got language, so your Q&A setup. And then you have the option to click publish. So if I'm signed in, I can publish this into, and it will go and publish it. So that's what this will do. So in this video, just to recap, we've covered and discussed the model view in Power BI and what are the options available with it. At a very high level. So you know each of these options you can probably go and explore in greater detail as you go along, but at a very high level this is what it is. So I hope you find this video useful, and thanks for watching this video. Please do subscribe to my channel and like my video if you enjoy what I'm doing. Let me know if you would like me to take any specific topics. Cheers, bye.